Alright guys, Scotty Games here again. Time for another video. Episode 3 of the TNA save that we're currently doing. Now, first things first, I just want to show you this, right? So I got a few messages saying, you know how things come up backstage and stuff. I've seen that Dina is dating Ash by Elegance. That was one of the things that came up. Uh, so yeah, there was a few other things as well, but none of importance. I think someone is they've got a few people mentoring people like prodigies and stuff, but it's not showing you who. But anyway, there's a locker room morale, so that's excellent. That's excellent, man. And with this as well here, Joe Doran is the only absence, and he's out for 352 days. What the fuck happened to him? Does anybody know what actually happened to him? An undisclosed head injury, but how did it happen? Did it happen in the ring, or did it happen outside the ring, or I don't know. Guess we'll never know. So let's just go to the show, see how we get on. So we do start the show, and it's a pre-show match. Brian Myers defeated Low Key by pinfall with a heat-seeking elbow. So I've brought back Low Key just to see. I like Low Key, so I've brought him back, and I got a 47 rating. I still think Low Key's got a lot to offer. Anyway, that was a pre-show match. It doesn't really matter. So then, how's this for a pre-show match? Steve Macklin versus Jonathan Gresham. I really need to start using these guys on my main card. Like I say, I've not had much time to plan this pay-per-view. It all came pretty, close together. I got a 54. So then we have Grado versus Chris Bay. Chris Bay defeated Grado. It was designed to tell a specific story. I just put that in there because it's something I had to put in one of the matches. So I just put it in a fucking pre-show match. I got a 31. Grado was off his game. The two of them were off their game. Okay. Right, so let's go to the main show. So the show starts with Dario Cueto standing on the ramp. Dario says, "My believers, welcome to Final Resolution. Come on guys, I can't hear you. Are you ready for lucha? Are you ready for violence? It's pay-per-view time." Those of you who watch MLW they'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I put that up, because that's the kind of shit he does before the show. So it's basically just like that. So let's go to the first match. It was a decent match. Eric Young defeated Eddie Edwards in a hardcore match with a figure four leg lock after botched interference by Alicia Edwards. So yeah, Eric Young gets the win. So it's just basically we'll just pretend that Alicia Edwards hit Eddie Edwards with a kendo stick by accident when she was supposed to hit Eric Young. We'll just say that. So the storyline has advanced. So I got a 46. So after the match, Eddie Edwards grabs a mic, and him and Alicia are still in the ring. Eddie says, "What the fuck was that? Why did you hit me and cost me the match?" Alicia is pleading with Eddie, saying she didn't mean it. Eddie then pushes Alicia onto the mat. Eddie says, "You have ruined everything. You have embarrassed me." And then Eric Young runs back into the ring and beats down Eddie Edwards. Young then extends his hand to Alicia, and they both leave the ring together. Ooh! So there we go. I got a 26. And then storyline advanced again, but this time it lost heat. Next segment. Okay, so Nick Nemeth is backstage with Gia Miller. Gia says, "I'm joined here by the TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth. Nick, how are you feeling after what happened a few days ago? Do you know who attacked you?" Nick says, "I'm not 100%, but I am a fighting champion. I have no idea who attacked me, but I swear to you, when I find out who did it, I will make them pay." Gia says, "You will be facing Hammerstone tonight. Do you have a tactic on how to beat him?" Nick says, "I'm in a bad mood. Hammerstone will realise that." 55 rating. Okay, that's good. So then, which is not so good, we have Moose defeated Rhino with a game breaker. Moose and Rhino don't seem to click at all, and it made for an awkward bout. It got the crowd hotter though, so that's 37. So yep, Moose. So then we have Gangrel and Sammy Callahan are both sitting in the crowd. They are wearing all black and look rather demonic. I got a 22. So aye, he's been sitting in the crowd the last couple of weeks. Wonder what he's wanting. So then we have the tag team title match. The Hardys defeated the Rascals when Jeff pinned Zachary Wentz with an extreme combination. The Hardys make defence number 3 of the TNA World Tag Team titles. Jeff Hardy carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. The hints at a Zachary. How do I do these? I keep forgetting to fucking. I want to do that. I keep forgetting to turn them heel. Bastard. Okay, it doesn't matter anyway. 47 rating. So after the match, Gangrel and Sami Callihan run in the ring and attack the Hardys. They both grab chairs and beat them down, leaving the Hardys a bloody mess. So yep, there you go. I got a 44. Are Gangrel and Sami Callihan the new challengers for the Hardys titles? I don't know, wait and see. Got a 44. Crowd are still very hot. So, Gia Miller is backstage to interview Hammerstone, who is joined by Dario Cueto. Gia says, I'm joined by Hammerstone, who tonight will face Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Championship. Stop. We all know what's happening tonight, and I will tell you this. I will walk away as a world champion. Nemeth says he is in a bad mood. Well, so am I. Dario then pulls Hammerstone away. Dario says this interview is over. Hammerstone's looking very stale. Fucking hell, I was going to push this cunt to the moon, I know, man. 19 rating. So, Masha Slamovich defeats Savannah Evans. She makes defence number 2 of the Knockouts title. I don't care about women's wrestling. I really don't. I just threw that match in there. I'm so sorry to all you people who like women's wrestling, man. I don't know. I just can't get into it, man. So Savannah was off her game, but the colour commentary gave the match a boost. So then, Joe Henry is in the ring getting ready for his match against PCO for the digital media title. Suddenly we see Jim Cornette standing on the ramp. Hey Joe, over here. I told you that you would regret rejecting my offer to you. You have no appreciation for what I could do for your career. Unlucky for you though, I have found someone grateful enough who has accepted my services. So you will not be facing PCO, but in fact you will face my newest client, Zack Sabre Jr. So Jim Cornette is the new manager of Zack Sabre Jr. and they're going to have a match, which got a 55, that's pretty good. So it had decent wrestling. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Joe Henry by submission after interference from Jim Cornette. So Jim Cornette basically hit Joe Henry with his tennis racket while the referee's back was turned. Okay, that'll do. And then Zack Sabre slapped him into a submission and that was it. Nice. So I got a 55. Ah, yeah, aye. So yeah, that's right. Aye, the storyline advanced. Crowd rating 19. Quite shocked by that. So, then we have Sabre Jr. and Cornette celebrate the win. Jack Morris runs in as Cornette and Sabre Jr. escape out the ring. Morris calms down Henry, who is in a pissed off mood. I got a 13. Fucking hell. So, Kushida is in the ring ready for his match for the X Division title. Dario Cueto appears on the ramp. Hold on! Kushida, I told you I have a hand-picked an opponent for you tonight. So, my believers, I give to you Mystico! So Mystico is in TNA, I got a 23. And a 45. 45 rating. Mystico defeated Kushida by submission with a La Mystica, is that right? The match was designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. Mystico won the TNA X Division title. So we have a new X Division champion in Mystico, who is the original Sin Cara, if I'm correct. So, then we have Matt Cardona is in the locker room. Cardona says, I have been granted a rematch against Josh Alexander. Josh, this time you will not be so lucky. 49 rating. So we have the match. It's a rematch where Josh Alexander once again beats Matt Cardona with a tombstone pile driver. Josh Alexander 48, that's pretty decent. 42, oh god. Ah, man. So after the match, Matt Cardona takes a tantrum and starts throwing things from about outside the ring. He rips the headset off of Tom Hannafin and throws his chair against the barrier. 34 rating. So Matt Cardona's in a bit of a pissed off mood. So then we have the digital media title match. It's a terrible match. PCO makes defence number 2 when he beats Larry. Oh, wait a minute. PCO defeated Shogun with a lariat. Okay. Defence number 2 of the digital media. How did that match get a 40 if it was a terrible match and Shogun had an in-ring performance of 15? How did that get a 40 rating? That's weird. But anyway, I'll take it. So then we have the main event, which got one rating more than fucking the terrible match. So it had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Nick Nemeth defeated Hammerstone with a zigzag. Nick Nemeth makes defence number 3 of the TNA World title. This was a disaster, wasn't it? Hammerstone and Dario Cueto don't click. Hammerstone and Nick Nemeth don't click. Hammerstone and Cueto are on different sides of the face heel divide. Oh my god, I've not done well here, have I? One thing I can guarantee is that Hammerstone will no longer be managed by Dario Cueto. 41 rating. Fuck, man, this is going to suck, isn't it? So then, after the match, the lights once again go out. We hear a lot of bumping going on from the ring. Now, bear in mind this happened in the last episode as well. The lights come back on and we see Nick Nemeth laying flat on the mat again, busted open. We see Moose standing over him. We then see Dario Cueto standing on the ramp with an evil smile on his face. So that storyline has advanced. I got 28, oh my god. This show's going to be a flop. 38 rating. Fuck me, man. Your show was flat because you didn't meet the pre-show requirement for creative energy. What? It increased our popularity in 17 regions, I suppose. 38, that's fucking shite, man. Address the locker room, financial. Nah, I'm fucking skip all this shit, man. That's not even worth fucking doing an interview about. So there we go. Let's see what the marks for to the show. We just need to wait for it to load up. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. That wasn't the best of ratings, was it? Hopefully things will improve over time. I never really had much time to, you know, like do anything with that show, plan anything with the show or anything like that. So you've got to take that into effect. You know what I mean? So I never had much time. I only had what 2 shows or something previously before the fucking pay-per-view. So I never got any enough time to fucking build up storylines and all that kind of stuff. So but it's all good. It's all good. Alright, let's have a look. So, Jack Perry's annoyed. Oh, it's been reported that there was a heated argument at the AEW show between Penelope Ford and Bryan Danielson. If sources are to be believed, Penelope Ford was unhappy with how Bryan Danielson, who the company's chief morale was trying to deal with some of her complaints. Okay. Right, so here's the report for final resolution. The feedback has been pretty good, especially for a company of that size. Oh, I'll take that, man. I will take that. Thank you very much. Booking team, who cares? AEW Collision, don't care. Let's have a look at what was the rating? 0.41. It drew 229,639 viewers. Oh, by the way, the last Impact show was 0.19 TV rating. And then the one before that was 0.21, so we've actually lost viewers. Come on, man. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next show, episode 4, which will be TNA Impact. Right, cheers, guys.